Welcome to Wonder Tales, where magical stories spark imagination and teach valuable lessons to young dreamers. Our enchanting adventures encourage creativity, kindness, and discovery through captivating storytelling that children love. Each tale is crafted to inspire curiosity and wonder while teaching important life skills. Whether it's learning about friendship, exploring new ideas, or discovering the world around us, every story brings magic and meaning together. Join our growing community of young explorers, like and subscribe to support our channel, and never miss a new adventure. Today's adventure takes us deep into the forest where Ruby the rabbit makes an extraordinary discovery, a friendly robot who needs help finding its way. Together with the forest animals, Ruby will learn that technology isn't something to fear but a friend that can make life brighter. This heartwarming tale introduces children to artificial intelligence through friendship and fun, showing how curiosity and kindness can turn the unknown into the extraordinary. So settle in as we begin. Ruby and the Friendly Robot. Adventures with AI. As golden sunlight filtered through the leaves, the forest burst alive with morning songs and cheerful chatter. Ruby the rabbit bounded from her burrow, her cotton tail bouncing with each excited hop. Today was special. The annual forest festival was finally here. She greeted the deer polishing their antlers, waved to squirrels gathering acorns, and chirped hello to birds practicing their melodies. Giggles and whispers filled the air as everyone prepared. Little did Ruby know, this festival would bring the most unexpected friend she'd ever meet. Ruby's basket was already half full of plump, juicy berries when something caught her eye. Nestled between the ferns, a soft blue light pulsed gently, like a firefly that had forgotten to fly away. She pushed aside the green leaves carefully, and there it was. A robot sat quietly among the moss. Its round eyes blinked slowly, and tiny gears whirred softly inside its silver body. "Hello there," the robot said in a gentle voice that sounded like wind chimes. "I seem to be quite lost." "My name is Beep, and I was exploring the forest when my map stopped working." Ruby's heart filled with sympathy as she watched the little robot's eyes dim with worry. "Don't be scared," she said warmly, kneeling down beside Beep. "I'm Ruby, and I know every path in this forest. Would you like to meet my friends?" Beep's eyes brightened like tiny stars. "Oh, I would love to help with anything you need. I'm very good at carrying things and remembering important details." Ruby smiled and helped the robot to its feet. Together they made their way back through the berry bushes, Ruby chattering excitedly about the festival while Beep rolled alongside her, already scanning the berries to help find the ripest ones. Ruby gathered all her forest friends in the sunny meadow, the squirrels, rabbits, deer, and even old Mr. Owl. She stood beside the robot, who waved its metallic hand gently. Some animals stepped back nervously, while others leaned in with curious eyes. The robot's lights blinked softly, almost like it was shy too. Ruby smiled warmly at everyone. She knew this moment was important for bringing her two worlds together. "What is that shiny creature?" squeaked Penny the mouse, hiding behind a daisy. Ruby giggled. "This is a robot, a helpful friend made by humans. It got lost and wants to learn about our forest." The robot nodded, making gentle beeping sounds. Some animals whispered among themselves, could a machine really be a friend? Timothy the turtle slowly approached, touching the robot's smooth surface with wonder. "It feels different, but not scary," he announced. "Let's all ask questions," Ruby encouraged, sitting cross-legged on the grass. The animals formed a circle, their initial fear melting into curiosity. "Can it feel happy?" asked Bella the bunny. "Does it eat berries?" wondered Chester the chipmunk. The robot's screen displayed colourful hearts and question marks trying to communicate. Soon, everyone was chattering excitedly, sharing ideas about what robots do and how they work. The forest filled with laughter and amazement as new friendships began to bloom. Ruby gathered all her forest friends in the sunny clearing. "Let's show our new friend how we do things here," she chirped excitedly. The squirrels demonstrated their acorn collecting techniques while the rabbits showed off their vegetable garden. The robot watched carefully, its gentle light blinking with interest. "I can help carry the heavy baskets," it offered kindly. The animals exchanged surprised glances. Maybe this metal friend understood more than they thought. Everyone began working together, teaching and learning from each other. The wise old owl pointed at different trees with his wing. "This is an oak tree," he hooted, "and that one is a maple." The robot scanned each trunk and leaf, memorizing every detail. "Oak trees make acorns for winter storage," it repeated perfectly. The bear showed how to find the sweetest berries without getting pricked by thorns. Soon, the robot was gently picking berries alongside everyone else. "You learn so fast," exclaimed Ruby. The forest animals nodded in agreement. Their new friend was proving to be quite helpful indeed. As the day went on, trust began to bloom like spring flowers. The robot helped the beavers carry logs for their dam and reminded the forgetful squirrel where he'd hidden his acorns. "Thank you for being so patient with me," the robot said softly. The animals realized that despite being made of metal and circuits, their new friend had a kind heart. Technology wasn't something to fear, it was simply another way of being helpful. Together, they finished all the forest chores faster than ever before, laughing and chatting as they worked. The morning sun sparkled through the forest canopy as the robot rolled along the winding path. Its sensors detected a confused squirrel chittering frantically near an old oak tree. The little creature was digging hole after hole, searching desperately for something. The robot's memory banks lit up with a gentle blue glow. It remembered seeing this very squirrel burying acorns 3 days ago, right beneath the mossy rock nearby. Soon, word spread about the robot's helpful memory. Animals began visiting daily for assistance. When the beaver family needed to build a bridge across the creek, the robot calculated the perfect angles and helped position each log. Its mechanical arms worked alongside furry paws, creating something stronger than either could build alone. The beavers discovered that having a friend with different abilities made their work easier and much more fun. One peaceful afternoon, the robot sat with a group of songbirds. As they chirped their melodies, the robot began creating harmonies with soft electronic tones. Together, they composed a beautiful forest symphony that echoed through the trees. Even the grumpiest old owl had to admit, this mechanical friend brought something special to their woodland home. The robot wasn't just solving problems, it was creating beauty and joy alongside its forest friends. As twilight painted the forest in shades of purple and gold, Ruby gathered everyone around the crackling campfire. The robot sat quietly among the animals, its gentle blue lights flickering like fireflies in the growing darkness. The warmth of the fire danced across their faces as owls hooted softly overhead. This was the forest's favourite time, when stories came alive under the stars and friendships grew stronger with each tale shared. The robot's eyes brightened with excitement. "I have analysed 10,473 stories in my database," it announced proudly. "Once upon a time, there was a rabbit who hopped exactly 2.7 meters per jump and ate precisely 14 carrots daily." The animals exchanged puzzled glances. Ruby giggled softly. "That's very accurate, but stories need something more," she said gently. "They need feelings, like how the rabbit felt when discovering the sweetest carrot patch." Together, they helped the robot understand. The wise owl explained how stories touch hearts, while the playful squirrel showed how imagination makes tales sparkle. Soon, the robot was weaving wonderful stories filled with brave adventures and silly surprises. Laughter echoed through the trees as technology and nature blended perfectly. Under the twinkling stars, they discovered that the best stories come from combining knowledge with wonder, facts with feelings, creating magic that only true friendship can bring. The morning sun painted the forest in golden colours as festival day finally arrived. Ruby bounced with excitement, her red fur gleaming as she checked her list one more time. The robot stood nearby, its lights twinkling in a cheerful pattern. Together, they had transformed the clearing into a wonderland of colourful decorations, musical instruments, and game stations. The air buzzed with anticipation as forest friends began arriving, their earlier worries about the robot completely forgotten. The robot had created something truly special. A musical game where animals could step on glowing lily pads to make different sounds. Squirrels chittered with delight as they hopped from pad to pad, creating melodies that echoed through the trees. Even old Mr. Badger couldn't resist joining in, his deep laugh mixing with the music. The robot recorded each unique song, playing them back in beautiful harmonies that made everyone dance. This wasn't just any festival, it was pure magic. As twilight sparkled through the leaves, the robot's clever lighting system transformed the forest into a starry wonderland. Animals gathered close, sharing stories and treats while the gentle glow created cozy shadows. Ruby looked around at her friends. Bears solving puzzles together, rabbits learning new games, owls sharing wisdom with the robot. Everyone had discovered something beautiful today. Technology and nature, working together, had created not just solutions, but joy, creativity, and deeper friendships than ever before. The last lantern flickered softly as the forest festival came to an end. Ruby walked over to her robot friend, who was carefully stacking the empty berry baskets. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice full of warmth. "You made this festival more special than we ever imagined." The robot's lights glowed brighter, and it gently placed a mechanical hand over its chest, a gesture it had learned meant friendship. All around them, the forest animals gathered in a circle. The wise owl hooted thoughtfully, remembering how scared he had been just days ago. The squirrels chattered excitedly about the robot's puzzle-solving skills, while the rabbits hummed the new songs they had learned together. "We were so worried at first," admitted the hedgehog. "But now we see technology isn't something to fear when we use it with kindness and care." As the moon rose high above the trees, everyone made a promise. They would keep learning together, exploring new ideas, and embracing the wonders of their changing world. The robot recorded this special moment in its memory banks, treasuring every smile and every friend. Ruby looked around at her forest family and knew that with friendship, understanding, and a little help from technology, anything was possible. And so their adventure continued, one discovery at a time.